All right, guys, this is your commissioner checking in. I'm coming at you live with the first official video uh, of the fantasy football season. Those other fucking videos you guys watched were not authorized. I don't understand where those came from. So I'm going to give you guys the real video with the actual breakdown of the week one matchups. So I'm just going to get right into it. The last time I tried this, I spent 15 minutes on one matchup, so I'm going to try to hurry up, get this shit done, maybe help you guys out. I know I'm late, gave Adam his chance, and, he blew it. So I'm going to give you guys a real breakdown. So I'm just going to hop right into it. The first matchup is the AC Aliens, which is myself. Stupid team name. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. Against the team has no name, Matthew Berry himself. So quarterbacks, I have Matthew Stafford. Michael has Derek Carr. To be honest with you, both have good matchups. I don't really see the clear advantage. I'm going to go with, I like Stafford, Jim Bob Cooter. You guys will hear about him if you don't know who he is. New offensive coordinator. I think Stafford's probably going to shatter records this year, but it's week one, so I don't know for sure. So we'll go with a wash on that. Both are good matchups. Then we got the running back one, David Johnson. I have David Johnson. Michael has Thomas Rawls. They're saying Rawls is hurt, sick, missing practice, this injury, that. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Marshawn Lynch is coming back. He's not. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on there in Seattle. But he really has no choice but to start Rawls. I have David Johnson. He's playing New England. We have a small sample size from him, but he should kill it. But who the fuck knows what he's going to do. But yeah, I'm going to have to go David Johnson outscoring Rawls by probably 10 to 15 this week. That's if Rawls even plays. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, David Johnson should win that easy. Running back two, we have Spencer Ware against Derrick Henry. A couple 1-2 backups. The reason that I have Spencer Ware in is they're saying Jamal Charles might not be ready. He's a stretch to play. He probably won't play. So I'm going to monitor that, see what happens. I started Ware over Arian Foster and Rashad Jennings because Foster has a bad matchup. And I just don't know how he's going to do. I hope he kills it, but, we'll see what happens with that. So, yeah, for now I'm going Ware. I'm comfortable with any running back I start on my bench outscoring Henry. Henry's literally a backup. He's starting the season on the bench. He's going to start week one literally on the bench. So he might have a good run or two. Maybe halfway through the year or something, he might, overtake DeMarco, or if DeMarco gets hurt. But for week one, not worried about that at all. We got Keenan Allen against DeAndre Hopkins. I think Keenan's going to have a good year. DeAndre is obviously some sort of fucking weird alien. Overrated on Madden. But if he plays anything like he does in Madden, he should put up 30. So I'll definitely give the advantage to DeAndre there. Wide receiver 2, I have Marvin Jones in right now currently. He's looked good in preseason. They're going to be throwing a lot. It's a shootout. It should be a shootout. So I think Marvin Jones might do good. I might put in Jarvis Landry against Seattle. But that's not a great matchup. So we'll see what happens with that. But for now I have Marvin Jones. He has Amari Cooper at New Orleans, which is actually a good matchup for Cooper. Cooper's more proven than Marvin Jones, really, so I'll give the advantage to Cooper on this. Tight end, we have Julius Thomas at Greg Olsen. Olsen already played. I think he pretty much got what he was projected, 73 yards, more than I wanted him to get, but he didn't get a touchdown, so I'm happy with that. But that's pretty much what Olsen's going to get you every week, give or take a touchdown. So Julius Thomas is in a shootout, supposed to be a big part of the offense, supposedly. I don't know. I might drop Julius Thomas before this game even happens and get a different tight end. Who knows? So I'm comfortable with my tight end probably being able to get 7, but so far we'll give it advantage Olsen because who knows. Flex, we have Eddie Lacy at Jacksonville. You guys can talk all the shit you want about Eddie Lacy, but I fucking promise you, you'll be begging me for him. He's going to finish as top fucking 5 running back this year. He has a pretty good matchup at Jacksonville. He looked good in preseason. I got him in the fucking 3rd round, which is weird because he would be a number 1 running back on a lot of your teams. So yeah, TJ Yeldon's 50-50 with Chris Ivory. I guess Michael doesn't have a choice until week 3 or 4 when his bench comes, or when his suspended players come back. But so yeah, definitely advantage Eddie Lacy. I don't care if he's fat or not. Just fucking run hard and run fast, or just run hard. You don't have to run that fast. Defense, it's fucking weird to break down defense, but the only reason I'm saying this is because Michael's starting Jacksonville Jaguars at Green Bay, which is going to get him negative. So either bench them and don't play them this week, or go pick up the Eagles against the Browns and actually get some positive points. Or play Jacksonville and lose by even more. So my prediction for this game, obviously I'm biased, but I think we can all agree Michael definitely has the worst week 1 team. I'm projected to win by 11, I think. I think I should be able to win by 30 or 40 pretty easy, barring any significant injuries from my players in the first quarter. So yeah, this game should be an absolute fucking blowout. So let's go to the next one. We got the Cardiac Kids with Eric Pelton against the Ohio Jags, David Sanders. Adam actually didn't break this down because he hates David for not joining the group chat. I don't blame him. David is acting pretty weird with all that shit, but he's picking up players and he's paying attention to his team, so that's all I really care about. So we have the quarterback matchup. Eric has Dak Prescott. David has Aaron Rodgers. That's obviously advantage Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers should put up good points in his shootout. Dak could throw 4 picks. He could run for 2 touchdowns. Nobody really knows. Advantage Rodgers. We have Latavius Murray against Zeke. If Zeke plays anything like he did in the 5 carries in preseason, I'm going to go advantage him. I think Latavius will have a good year, but Zeke's a fucking freak, so I'm going to have to go with Zeke. Running back 2, we got Melvin Gordon against Carlos Hyde. San Francisco blows, so I don't know what Carlos Hyde's going to do. He's playing a pretty good defense in the Rams. Melvin Gordon's playing a good D in KC. He's looked good in preseason, but I'm going to give advantage Melvin Gordon. I could be fucking wrong. That could go either way, but I'm just going to go with Gordon. We got Beckham against Brandon Cooks. Don't need to break that down. Advantage Beckham. We got Dez against Moncrief. While everyone's saying Moncrief should have a good year, should be in a shootout. Dez has looked good in the preseason with Prescott, so I'm just gonna give the advantage Dez, until he gives me a reason not to. And Gronk against Travis Kelce. Kelce's actually fucking pretty good, so this is closer than people think, but it's fucking Gronk, and even though he's having hamstring issues, blah blah blah, whatever, I think he's gonna play. He literally carried me to a 2nd place finish one year just by himself. So if Gronk plays and he's even playing at 50%, he should be able to outscore Kelce, give Eric a pretty big advantage there. In the flex, we have Randall Cobb against Ryan Matthews. That's fucking tough because Green Bay has a lot of weapons. You never really know who's going to go crazy, but Jordy's back, so Cobb hopefully goes back to himself. He has Ryan Matthews playing Cleveland, which Cleveland's run D has always been trash. Ryan Matthews is supposedly getting a lot of good positive feedback and everything from his preseason camp. So it's fucking tough. I'm actually give that a wash too. I think Eric has some bad matchups this week. Starting a rookie quarterback. Gronk's injured. It's going to be fucking tough for Eric to win this. But my God, do I want him to win bad. You know, David changed his fucking abbreviation to I win. I think he's coming from a league with a bunch of fucking middle schoolers. So I don't want David to win. So I'm picking Eric, but I think it's going to be a tough fucking game for him. Hopefully he pulls it out because I do not want him to kill himself this early in the year. So yeah, I'm going with Eric. Next we have Matthias at Someone. Someone is Adam. Welcome back to the league. You've been off for 2 years. You know, we can tell that with your videos that you know that you haven't really been keeping up, but you got the Madden ratings down, which could translate. You know, we'll see. But I'm late on this breakdown because a lot of their players already played. Well, not a lot of them, but at least half Adam's team. So we have Eli Manning against Cam Newton. Cam went for 21. I didn't watch the game. I don't think he did too great. He was getting fucking hit a lot. He had a rushing touchdown, which is why you want Cam as your quarterback. So yeah, 21 points from your quarterback's legit. Eli could get that out of Dallas, but he could also probably get 15, I would say. So I'll give advantage of Cam. It's not a crazy advantage, but advantage Cam. Next, we have Jeremy Langford at Lamar Miller. They're playing each other. I have to go with Lamar Miller. The guy is a freak in Miami whenever he got the ball 6 times a game. So if they give him the ball a lot more, if he can handle the workload, which I think he can, he should be a monster this year. So, yeah, advantage Lamar Miller. I'm hearing stuff about Langford that he doesn't look bad and all that. We'll see what happens, but he's not going to be better than Lamar Miller, so definitely advantage Miller. We got 48-year-old Frank Gore playing Detroit against Doug Martin at Atlanta. Advantage Doug Martin. Don't like Doug Martin, really. He's short. Too thick, really. I mean, he looks fucking weird, but Frank Gore is 35. He is the only running back they really have, but he's 35, and it should be a shootout. He might get a goal line touchdown or something like that. Advantage Doug Martin. Even though I think Charles Sims plays a pretty big role in Tampa Bay, Martin should still get a pretty good amount of carries. Next we have Antonio Brown at Emmanuel Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders played, got 4.9 points. It's about what you can expect from him this year on average. I don't think he's going to have a great year. They have that rookie quarterback. He'll have his games, but overall I don't think you're going to really be able to trust Sanders. Obviously Antonio Brown's Antonio Brown. The guy goes for 202 touchdowns weekly, so that should be a fucking huge advantage for Matthias. Next we have Allen Robinson playing Green Bay against Doug Baldwin playing Miami. I actually had Baldwin last year. Went crazy at the end of the year, but he's going to be inconsistent. You're not really going to be able to trust him week to week. He could have a big game. He could also have 29 yards. Allen Robinson, he was a monster last year. He's playing Green Bay. Should be a high-scoring game. Huge advantage to Allen Robinson here. Colby Fleener against Jordan Reed. I hear Fleener's having a hard time learning the playbook, this and that. Everyone says he doesn't look good. You might want to put in your other tight end who should be in a shootout, Dwayne Allen. If he's healthy, I'm not sure. But, yeah, I wouldn't play Fleener until he proves that you can play him. Jordan Reed, obviously monster tight end, should be. I had him last year as well. Should be second best tight end behind Gronk, as long as he stays healthy. So yeah, advantage Jordan Reed. We have Golden Tate against Crabtree. Both are good matchups for each of them. Both should be high-scoring games. I'm hearing Marvin Jones is the man in Detroit, but who really knows? I think him and Golden Tate, are going to pretty much have the same amount of targets. Crabtree actually did pretty good last year, so I'm going to give that a wash. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen with that. I don't think anybody does. So, yeah, I'll give the flex position a wash. Watch out for Matthias' kicker. He gets super fucking lucky with kickers, so hopefully that evens out because I hate when kickers do that good and win you a game or a championship like what happened to Matthias. So breaking it down, I think Adam definitely has the better running backs. Matthias absolutely smacks the shit out of him with the receivers. I think this is going to be a close fucking game. You know, Cam did good, but he didn't absolutely go off. Emmanuel Sanders really hurt Adam. You know, Adam played Panthers D, and, you know, they got 8, which is, you know, be pretty happy with that from a defense. So, I think this is going to be come down to the fucking wire. Fuck, man, I don't know. I think this is probably going to be the closest game this week. I'm going to have to give it to Adam because I prefer having monster running backs over monster receivers because I think they're more valuable and can put up bigger points easier. But who fucking knows? You know, this is going to be a close fucking game. So I'll be watching this one. I think the projections are, right now, Matthias is projected to win by 3. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a close game. It's a tough one to call. All right, game number 4, we have Garden of the Gods against Matt, which definitely changed the team name. That wasn't even funny when it was popular, but it's definitely not funny now. Quarterbacks, we have Andrew Luck against Drew Brees. It's a fucking toss-up. Both of them have good matchups, so I'm going to give that one a wash. We have Peterson against LaShawn McCoy. I think that's going to be fucking close, too. Kind of wish I'd have took McCoy over Charles pussy ass. You know, but whatever. I think it's going to be close. I'm going to have to give the advantage of Peterson until McCoy proves otherwise. Running back 2, we have Jeremy Hill. Don't like that at all. Who the fuck knows what he's going to do, and he's going against a good D in the Jets, who I actually have. So I don't think Hill's going to do great. Matt has DeMarco, who looked good in preseason. He's the starter ahead of Derrick Henry. I think DeMarco should have a pretty good game against Minnesota, so I'll go advantage DeMarco there. We have Brandon Marshall at Julio. Everyone's going to say, oh, give that to Julio, give that to Julio. I fucking love Brandon Marshall. I think it's closer than a lot of people think. So I'm going to actually give that a wash. Jordy Nelson against Larry Fitzgerald. Jordy's white. So I have to give this to Jordy. You know, he's coming back off the ACL injury, but they say he's full go, shouldn't be limited. It should be a high-scoring game. Fitzgerald, you know, he's hit or miss. He could get a touchdown or not, but I don't think he's going to be able to match Jordy. But, yeah, so I'll go with Jordy there. Tight end, we have Antonio Gates at Gary Barnidge. We'll just give that a fucking wash because who really knows? They're both pretty good tight ends. We have Mike Evans against Eric Decker. So I like Eric Decker a lot. I think he's pretty consistent. Usually gets touchdowns every fucking week. But I have to give the advantage of Mike Evans. I almost took Mike Evans over Keenan Allen. But then I saw Allen put this fucking move on this Cardinals guy in preseason. I had to take him. So I think it's probably going to be Mike Evans. You know, as long as he can hold on to the ball this year, I think he should have a monster year. He's huge. He did pretty good in preseason. Don't trust Jameis, really. I know a lot of people love him. I don't really love him. But, yeah, I have to go advantage Mike Evans there. So, overall, my pick, I think the projection's 101 for Matt and 95 for Dom. I'm actually going to go with Dom on this. The only really weak spot that I hate for Dom is Jeremy Hill. You know, but that's what happens when you have 3 monster receivers, I guess. Your second running back's probably going to fucking suck. So hopefully you can figure out that second running back spot so I can actually have a rival this year. So yeah, I'm going to go with Dom. Should be a pretty fucking close game as well. Matt's team's actually pretty good. So yeah, it should be a close game, but I'm going to give it to Dom. And the last game, we got RG Knees against Team Green. Now, kind of wish I would have previewed this before the game last night so I could told you guys how good C.J. Anderson's probably going to do this year, but now no one's going to believe me, so it doesn't matter. Quarterbacks Russell Wilson and Tyrod Taylor, both African Americans. I hate Russell Wilson. Wait until marriage to have sex, and now him and whoever is married is all he talks about. He's a fucking weirdo, super nerd. He's playing Miami, and I hope that D-line smacks the fuck out of him. Then we got Tyrod Taylor for Derek playing Baltimore. He could get you some rushing yards. He could do good. Strictly for personal reasons, I'm going to pick Taylor over Russell Wilson. But Russell Wilson was a top 5 quarterback last year. Top 3, I think, maybe. So don't be surprised if he does pull that out. But, yeah, I think it's going to be pretty close probably. We have Devontae Freeman against Todd Gurley. Devontae Freeman obviously had a monster year last year from just a ton of touchdowns and shit like that. I don't think he's going to replicate that. I hear they want to get Coleman more involved. Gurley's a freak, but he's on a shitty team. But he's playing a shitty team. So I'm going to go advantage Gurley this for sure. Until Devontae Freeman can fucking prove that he can repeat what he did last year, which I don't think he can. So advantage Gurley. Then we have Matt Forte against Mark Ingram. I don't know what Adam's talking about as far as Ingram being fat. From what I've seen, he's not fat. I believe he's been working out with Eddie Lacy. So maybe that does mean he's a little chubby. I don't know. From the picture I've seen, I don't think Mark Ingram's fat. Matt Forte is shredded to pieces, but he's 30. But I actually think he's going to have a pretty decent year this year. But I'm going to have to go advantage Mark Ingram, until we see how Forte is going to do. And, so, yeah, we'll see. Ingram's supposed to be used pretty heavy, so we'll see what happens with that. But I have to go advantage Ingram. We have A.J. Green against Demaryius Thomas. Demaryius Thomas scored 4.8 points. Pretty much what you're going to have to expect from the Denver receivers this year until the quarterbacks prove that they can, actually fucking play. But it's hard to tell, with rookie quarterbacks what's going to happen. So, yeah, Demaryius pretty much shit the bed here. So, huge advantage to A.J. Green, even though he is going against the Jets D, against Revis. Green is a freak, so he should be able to put up pretty good points. So, should be a pretty big advantage for Spencer. Alshon Jeffrey against Kelvin Benjamin. Benjamin had 15. Looked pretty good last night. Everyone's talking about Funchess, this or that, but Benjamin came out and smacked that little ass. So Benjamin should be able to outscore Jeffrey here. Jeffrey could get 15. We don't fucking know. He's always hurt. I don't think he played a lot last year. I know Adam thinks Spencer has the best receivers in the league. I disagree with that. I don't love Jeffrey. I also don't love Watkins in his flex, but I'll get to that. But yeah, I'd have to go advantage Kelvin, but Jeffrey could put up that. I don't think he's going to outscore Kelvin, so I'll go advantage Kelvin. Tight end, we have Walker against Ertz. I'm just going to go with a wash here because it's hard to tell. They're both pretty good tight ends. They both have decent matchups, so I'm going to go with a wash on that. Then we have the flex. We have Sammy Watkins against C.J. Anderson. C.J. Anderson put up 25.9, which is monstrous. I think Derek has a pretty fucking good team. He's the only one that can really. He's the only one that really went running back heavy, other than me, which I think is the way to go this year. So Derek's got some monster running backs. C.J. Anderson, I wouldn't expect this every week, but I hear all they're gonna fucking do in Denver is run. So as long as he stays healthy, should be an awesome flex for Derek this year. Put up potentially running back 1 numbers for the whole year. So yeah, Derek's gonna have some monster fucking running backs. It's gonna be tough to beat. Sammy Watkins, he's a real hit or miss. We actually do have some diffusion going on here because Derek has Tyrod and Spencer has Sammy Watkins. So basically what that means, Tyrod throws the bomb to Watkins. Watkins is going to fully defuse Tyrod Taylor's point. So, could be something interesting to watch. I think Watkins, I don't know, he might have a fucking monster year. The Bills are pretty fucking run heavy. So, that's why I really don't trust Watkins. But I guess we'll see what happens with that. Spencer had the Broncos deep play, got him 5. And then Derek had Graham Gano play and got him 8. And I think he missed a game-winning field goal, so that sucks. Could have been a lot of points from your kicker. But, so I think the projection's 115 to 95 because C.J. Anderson went nuts last night. I think Derek's easily going to win this. I would have picked him before last night just because I love his running back so much. And, so it should be an easy win for Derek. I think Derek's actually going to have a pretty fucking good team this year, which is good because he got last place last year. So that is my first video breakdown. I tried to keep it short. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys like Adam's little mini breakdowns of pretty much the top 2 players while he's cooking eggs. Or if you guys actually want some real in-depth fantasy analysis. I can try to do these every week. I probably won't be able to. If I lose, for sure I won't do a video. But I shouldn't lose for a while, so we'll see what happens. So last night was fun. Good luck to everyone. So I'll talk to you guys on Sunday. Let me know what you think. Peace.